check out the Tesla Model Y. Man, is that the most basic Tesla Model Y that I have ever seen in my life. Blazin B, you can taste those peppers, might kind of knock you out a little bit. Hey, well, welcome back into the channel, AutopilotEats here, y'all. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for subscribing, appreciate y'all as always. Everyone, we got our next destination up here in terms of where we're going. So I'm ready, Tron 2.0 is ready. I hope you all are ready too. Man, let's do this thing. Everyone kind of parked on the shoulder, and then we get this thing rolling. That's perfect. Everyone, real quick, before we get into this thing, I gotta mention this. I gotta say, just a massive, this car right here, and a car on the left too as well. Wow. Massive shout out, y'all, to anyone who's been watching my full-length video. I see you. And I just want to let you know, like, I really genuinely appreciate you. Y'all are some real ones. It's just crazy to think, y'all, because at one point I really thought about just only doing shorts. I'm like, man, I'd rather just do shorts. They're easier, they're a little more simpler. The process is a little more better. But I see y'all on my views, and I'm like, you know what? Even if it's like 5 people, 10 people showing up every week, like, I'd rather do that and keep showing up for y'all as much as y'all keep showing up for me each week. So, man, again, man, much appreciation for y'all. But y'all, everyone, in terms of the destination, we got to get to this place known as Subworks, and it's in Edison, New Jersey. We got about a 15-minute drive, which is great because I don't think it's in the heart of Edison. So I'm glad about that, pretty thankful. So we got to get to the Parkway, and then once we're on the Parkway there, then it's kind of almost like a smooth kind of shot, I think it is. So why did I choose this place compared to any other place on my list of things that I could be doing today or going to? And so, yeah, y'all won't believe this. I've been on TikTok for about a year now, and I post the same videos from my YouTube shorts on my TikTok. And someone from Subworks reached out to me, and they was like, they'd love to have me come by, try their food, and then give a review. And it's a small business owner, and so I'm like, yo, I'm down. Like, I do that. I'll definitely come out there and definitely try it and then review the spot. And y'all, this is what the great part about me doing food content is, that it connects me with so many people that I probably would not have met if I wasn't doing food content. And it's just, that's just the beauty of everyone enjoying food. And man, it's just so much appreciation that I have for just liking food and then be able to talk about food in the way that I'm able to describe it. And y'all, if you're wondering, yeah, I didn't get paid. Come on, man, I ain't doing this for money. All right, but y'all, so what about this place in terms of what do they serve? So being that it's called Subworks, they serve different sub sandwiches, hot and then also cold. I'm really not sure like what I'm gonna get today. Like, that's the interesting thing. I'm really not sure. They mentioned some sort of sandwich that I think I might be interested in, like a hot honey and a chicken. So I definitely might think I might get that. And I don't know if I might get something else. So we'll have to see when I get there what I'm feeling. But I've checked on Google to see how many views this place got. This place got a 4.6, 133 reviews, which isn't much. I can't recall, everyone, how long this Subworks has been open, but I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how it goes in terms of when I get there and the vibe and everything like that. So I'll make sure to show y'all or give my thoughts, for everyone, once I hop back on. But anyway, we got to talk about some Tesla news because, man, this drive is super, super quick. So first things first is that Tesla, everyone, in FSD 14-3, y'all remember, and for those who drive a Tesla, you have FSD. If you remember, everyone, when you are distracted, right, and you're looking at your phone and you're looking down or looking somewhere else outside of the windshield, front windshield here, you'll see Tesla on the screen will be like, please pay attention to the road. But now in version 14.3, what they're actually going to be doing is that FSD will actually, depending upon how many times that happens in an FSD drive, FSD will actually take over, pull over to the side of the road, and put on the hazards for you on your behalf. Now, I don't know if you can disengage while it's doing that, but that's what I've been reading so far, is that it will do that on your behalf. And then you'll, at that point, have to manually take over. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that because Tesla is all about safety. And so this makes also sense for it to do that. So I'm glad they're actually putting some safety measures into place, especially y'all. When I'm on the road here, I see so many people driving Teslas, and I can't tell you how many people are looking at their phone or doing something else that is distracted driving. And even though the vehicle is taking over most of the heavy lifting on our behalf, it's still not fully autonomous in order for us to do that just yet. But hopefully in the future, it will. Now we're getting off here at exit 135 here. And then we got to get over here. Now we got a car on the left here. Thankfully, this is not an emerging lane. And then we're good to go. But we got some traffic, of course, as always, up at this stop up ahead. Now we finally got the light to make the left here. 2 lanes making the left here. And FSD does it really, really smooth. All right, y'all. So some more things about Tesla here is that finally, y'all, Tesla has introduced, starting to roll out in 5 locations, a virtual waitlist for superchargers. So now if you go to a crowded kind of supercharger, only at those 5 locations, which I'll put up everyone on the screen here, you'll be put into a virtual kind of queue, and then they'll let you know when you'll be able to charge based upon who got there first and so on. The only downside is, y'all, is that someone can easily still jump ahead of you, and it won't stop them from plugging in and charging. Dang. Real quick, y'all, check out the Tesla Model Y, not the premium version on the left here. I'm not gonna front, y'all. I've said this on the channel before, but man, is that the most basic Tesla Model Y that I have ever seen in my life. It is the basic thing ever, and they just scrubbed out so many features to get the price down low. It looks smooth because it's brand new. My man just got that thing off the lot. But the features itself, look at the hubcaps on that. Man, I can't even zoom in. I'll probably show this picture, y'all. But oh my goodness, does it look so bad. Sorry, y'all, I had to press the accelerator there. We were kind of a little stopped there. I know the car isn't clean. Definitely got to get my car washed right after this showing. But so yeah, so the virtual queue, everyone. I'm glad they started to initiate that, especially after that fight broke loose some time ago. I think over a year now at this point. And now they're starting to do that at 5 locations. I wish they would do it all over, but I think, of course, they want to test run this to see how it works. Do people actually listen to the queue or something else? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The only other thing, everyone, before we kind of get into what we got to get to here, is that I talked about this on a previous video, y'all, but the Cybercab has started to produce mass production. And this is in Texas, of course, because they're trying to now going to replace the Model Y that has been out there as in terms of the vehicles that they're using for getting people here and getting people there. That is the Cybercab. So now it's going to actually start to utilize the actual Cybercab that people, the robotaxi, not the robotaxi, everyone, but a Cybercab that's going to be used as the robotaxi compared to the Model Y that has been using. The only interesting thing about it is that they made some adjustments, everyone, to the Cybercab. So now it looks, instead of the plastic panels that it had initially when they did that whole little venue type of scene to kind of introduce it, now it's got like a little bit more polished look, and the panels are actually plastic, similar to the Model Ys that are out there right now, which I actually don't mind, everyone, and I like, because it gives it now a more polished and refined look, more so than a kind of a boxy kind of look. The only downside, y'all, and let me know your thoughts in the comments, but I think that thing still doesn't look good. It just does not look good at all. And I don't know if it's because of the gold kind of color or maybe the way it's kind of set up, but man, it don't look good. It almost kind of reminds me, everyone, of when the Cybertruck was first released. Everybody was like, man, that Cybertruck is great. And then after people started to grow on it and started to utilize it, they're like, man, this Cybertruck doesn't look that good. It's just too massive for the market right now and for people and just kind of in general. And that's why we haven't seen really the Cybertruck do as many good sales compared to the 3 and the Y, also because it is cheaper. But it's still interesting how they're going to keep that kind of similar design outside, now making it kind of glossy like the Model Ys and the 3s. Y'all, let me know your thoughts in terms of what you all think about it. But yeah, y'all, I just don't think it looks good. Now, the interesting thing about that, though, being that they've been doing some testing here, is that recently one of the Cybercabs actually got involved in an accident where it was rear-ended, and then being that it was rear-ended, then hit another vehicle in front. So I guess it was just kind of rear-ended and then pushed right into the car in the front. Y'all, it just goes back to what we've been saying, how even though this thing, the FSD, the Teslas are getting more autonomous week over week, month over month, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to be involved in accidents. Thankfully, it wasn't the Cybercab's fault in this instance here, but it's still going to happen where accidents are going to come about. And I wonder, once Tesla moves this thing to fully autonomous and we're utilizing FSD, are they going to take credit for, let's say, if it gets involved to an accident, not on our behalf, not on FSD's part, but let's say if FSD actually got involved into an accident and it was on FSD's part, are they literally going to be like, we're going to take responsibility for that and we're going to pay out whatever damages that's going to cost on the car? I don't know. I think that's yet to be determined. I don't think they will. And that's probably why we probably still have not seen something that's fully autonomous yet. I mean, of course, we're still waiting, of course, for them to get through all the kinks and whatnot and build the different versions of the models here. But y'all, it's going to be interesting as we start to move this thing along. Now, making this right turn here, the curb kind of sticks out just a little bit there. And that's where we don't hit it. Y'all, the one thing I've been liking here as well with this version of FSD here is that the curb situation, it doesn't get as close as Hardware 3 did, but Hardware 4, it's just a little bit more well-rounded, I do have to say. Now we're getting here into the destination here, and y'all, I have not been over here whatsoever. I don't even know what's over here, and I'm yet to be to Subworks here. Never been to Subworks at all. Now we're pulling into some kind of lot here. Oh wow, it's right there. Okay, now FSD's gonna make the right turn here, and then let's see. Oh yeah, and there's nobody in this spot. Man, oh man. I guess because of the locale. I think the locale is throwing people off. And now FSD's gotta pull in here. Let's see if it gets a park here. And it's gonna park to the left, but I don't want it to park to the left. But y'all, I'll see y'all when I get up out of this place. Everyone, welcome back into the channel. Everyone, I picked up the Blazin B from Subworks, and also a Chipotle chicken cheesesteak sandwich that they recommended to me. Now I got halves, everyone. So this is what the half kind of looks like, but it's double of this though. So it's actually not bad if you do it together. It's actually not bad of a little slice there. The Blazin B, you see the chicken, the breaded chicken there, kind of 2 slices there with some pickles. Then you got some mayo on top and definitely some peppers on there as well. The sweetness of it is definitely coming off from the pickles, because you got some sweet pickles, and then the onions along with the lettuce and the onions kind of bring it together. It's got a tad bit of honey to it as well. And I think they put, okay, no cheese on it. But, y'all, I actually like the pickles on this, actually. And this bread is very soft too as well. And the peppers that they put on it though, is definitely a little bit, you could taste those peppers there. Might kind of knock you out a little bit. Not knock you out, but may have you a little woozy after eating these things. But it's a solid sandwich, I think. Let's move on now to Chipotle chicken cheesesteak. Looks like it's got the chicken in there, of course. Some sort of mozzarella cheese on top. And it looks like it's got some sort of peppers and maybe some red chili flakes too as well. I guess to kind of give it some little of a kick though, to bring across the Chipotle. Definitely got some mayonnaise in here. And the chicken isn't bad to bring across some Chipotle with it. Man, I feel like if it had some sort of Russian kind of dressing on this or something, or actually a Chipotle dressing on this, instead of the mayo, I think would have brought that thing pretty high up there. And it's kind of dripping though. Bread is still soft with a little bit of toast on the top. A little bit soggy on the bottom though. I think because of just putting the chicken right on top of this thing to make it hot once it was hot. But y'all, it's solid. Yeah, I'll put my critique up here. But so far, what I'm thinking about both sandwiches is that I think both of these sandwiches are a 7 out of 10. Presentation, I think, is on point. But the sandwich alone is not something that's like wowing me right now, like a wow. I think it's an okay sandwich in terms of what you got there. But y'all, it's been a real one. And I'll catch y'all next time. And you can't say, I didn't say yes, so. All right, I'll see y'all.